Hi everybody, it's Usernamekate and welcome back to the channel. Today I am here in Jerez for a Michelin tyre launch. Now we're going to be riding on 3 different types of rubber. We have the Michelin POWER GP2, the POWER 6 and the ANAKEE Road. So I'm just going to take you guys along and share my thoughts with you. This trip's over 2 days, so my vlog's going to be in part 1 and part 2. But yeah, I hope you enjoy it. Keep watching. Right guys and girls, we're just about to start the road aspect of this launch. So I'm starting on the Aprilia Tuono 660, bit of Italian goodness. I haven't actually ever ridden this bike, and I'm going to be swapping with this gentleman who's on the same bike, but we have the 2 different tyres that can go on road but have varying degrees of sportiness. So here we have the POWER 6, what I'm going to start on, and then this one has the POWER GP2s. So we're going to start on this bad boy and see what we think. So obviously we have loads of other content creators here in this group, and we've got Chopsy. Say hi, Chops. Look at us matching in our knocks. Matching in our knocks and our bands.
Oh, that's not the black, is it? That's the... I haven't seen that one before.
This is the copper.
It's a copper.
Copper.
Black and copper there.
Yeah, a bit of a mix. Are you excited to ride this, Chops?
I love this bike.
Oh, I should have been on this. Look, Manchester.
Yeah, I love the S1000R.
Yeah, it's a cracking bike. Super, right, better get over to my steed. Yeah, so much choice. I mean, arguably I could have ridden the 990 because look at it, but I really want to ride that in the UK around the Trough of Bowland. Call me a sadist, given the opportunity to ride it on perfect roads. Who am I? But yeah, the Tuono 660. God, I'm like a kid at Christmas. There's so much choice, but I'm happy with my choice. We're gonna be obnoxious with this colour. Okay guys, oh my gosh, we're going out. So first time on an Aprilia Tuono 660. Absolutely looking forward to this so much. So that's the beauty of this launch, right, is we had all these bikes lined up. We didn't know which ones we were going to end up with, and I'd be damned if I was researching absolutely every single one of them. My brain is already like an oversaturated sponge. So I've just had a quick look at this, so I know a little bit about the bike, but I'm really interested to see how it feels on these tyres and then swap as well, so should be good. Damn, am I going to look that cool on this one? I severely hope so. Oh, instantly this bike feels mega easy to ride, like it's so light. Through the Michelin arches, but yeah, this should be an awesome ride out. So I am starting the day on the POWER 6. All clear. Oh, it's got some grunts. We've got 94 horsepower. Oh, it's so nice to be riding in warmth. But yeah, so we've just had a technical presentation about these tyres, and oh, hello, excuse me, that woke me up, that sound. So in the technical presentation they were talking not only about how the POWER 6 compares to the POWER GP2, but also how this tyre compares to its predecessor, the POWER 5. And they actually go off a few different things. It's like a pentagon. So the shape has 5 sides that they go off, and on each of the points there is an attribute. So like warm-up time, dry grip, wet grip, longevity and handling. And the POWER 6 has improved on every single one of those points except longevity, which it matches. So I think if this tyre has improved in all aspects, including one of the most important things, wet and dry grip, I guess that means that having the longevity the same is awesome, because they haven't had to sacrifice the longevity for the grip. So yeah, we had a nice little presentation about the compounds that I used. Now in the Power 6 it is wholly silica that they use, combined with Michelin's well-known and well-loved 2CT Plus tyre compound. So where does the Power 6 sit in the range? Well, for road riding you have the well-known and well-loved Road 6, which is phenomenal on a grip front in the wet, like phenomenal. Then you have the Power 6 that's replaced the Power 5. Then after that you have the Power GP2s, and then after that you have the Power Cups, and they all offer something different. So yeah, of course I can't talk to you guys about what these tyres are like in the wet, because as you can tell we're in sunny Jerez in the 20 degrees with beautiful smooth tarmac. But I do believe when we ride the Anakees tomorrow we have a wet conditions test, whatever that is. Probably got like a sprinkler or something, you got to ride through it. Oh, but so far this Tuono feels so light. Very impressed with the Tuono 660. What an easy bike to ride. I thought being an unruly Italian it would act like it, but it's actually very friendly. Good brakes as well. Now the whole point of me jumping on this Aprilia Tuono 660 with the Power 6s fitted was because this is more of a street focused tyre as opposed to the Power GP2. So if you were to, you know, do your commuting and stuff like that, it can handle the wet, it can handle the dry, but it can also handle that sprightly Sunday ride out with your mates, having a bit of a honk around. And it's got enough grip levels and enough performance to cope with it. It's also got enough dry grip that if you were to do the odd track day a year, it could certainly be done on these tyres. That's Michelin's logic and theory. Then when it comes to the Power GP2s, that is basically a track focused tyre that's been homologated for road use, so it's road legal. But with that tyre, the performance will shine more on track. It's so cool actually to see the different profiles. So like they're the same tyre, but we've got a 160, we've got a 180 there. But yeah, fun fact, the asymmetry of the tyres is just purely an aesthetic preference of the customer. Who knew? Let's get close. Oh, this is beautiful. It's got to be done. See a hump in the road, it's got to be done. It's actually quite nice to get out on you know, different tyre launches, because admittedly, I've always been, you know, a Pirelli and Metzeler girl. They're the tyres that I've always kind of gone for. I know the M7RR. I haven't ridden with the M9 RRs, but I've ridden with the Torrance Next 2s. On track, I've only ever really used Supercourses from Pirelli. So it's actually really nice to get out on a different, you know, competitor's rubber and see what they're all about, because obviously the Road 6s do get rave reviews, which kind of put Michelin on the radar for me in my kind of biking journey. And I have a friend called Wardy who has a yellow Triumph, well, had a yellow Triumph Street Triple 765 RS, and Wardy would fling it around Cadwell on Road 6s, not track tyres. I mean, granted, it is usually raining in Cadwell, but it honestly just goes to show how capable of a tyre it was. If that tyre can perform very, very well on track, the Power 6, which we're going to take on track tomorrow, should be more than appropriate for my riding abilities. Oh, so far on these Twisties, it's flowing quite nice. A nice squeeze. I'm swapping now. I'm on the slightly less obnoxious coloured. Oh, we got a nice model in the way. Tuono 660, and this one has got the Power GP2s on, so it'd be nice to jump on this and just give it a ride. Okay, let's go, baby. Michelin Power GP2 time. So yeah, this tyre has much more of a focus on, you know, being a more track biased, track orientated tyre that is road legal. So if you want a proper stonker, say you don't really commute on your bike and you don't often go out in the rain, you're a bit of a fair weather rider. I'm not saying that in a negative way, because, you know, some people just don't find joy riding in the rain, and I can completely understand that. So if you're the kind of rider whose bike only really gets brought out on the proper sunny warm days in the UK, and you like to do a fair few track days as opposed to road ride, this is more so the tyre of choice as opposed to the others in the range. Oh, okay, now we're on some Twisties. Should be fun. So far so good. Wow, very bumpy tarmac. Quite loose and dusty. Nice droppy off roads. Love it. Not. Oh, the surface of these roads is awful. Oh, lots of gravel, that was horrible. Jesus, the suspension on this is mega firm. Wild, in fact. Yeah, I weren't a fan of that gravel there. It's pretty minging, to be quite honest with you. Oh, look at this. got a right howl to it, this bike. Crikey. Right howl to it. Yeah, pretty confidence inspiring. Even when the roads are kind of less than ideal in surface. Like that, broken road, brilliant. I mean, from my levels of riding, I feel like there's only so much that I can comment, which is why I'm always surprised but forever grateful when I do get invited to these launches. But then I suppose I just try and tell myself that, you know, the average Joe rides like I can ride, you know? So they still want to have an idea about what a tyre feels like. Gosh, this has got loads of torque. Oh, see a bump again. Ugh. Yeah, these are not some of the best roads I've ever ridden. But what a decent way to find out how tyres perform, I guess. Good. That was fun. Yeah, that was fun. That was fun. Now, I didn't ride the Power 6s on roads anywhere near that level of twisty and curvy, and it's also very hard to do direct comparisons. I don't feel like it's possible for my level of riding to be able to give you guys that. But yeah, that was a fun little blast, and the tyres definitely made me feel confident, which is good. So yeah, this isn't actually Michelin's sportiest road going tyre. There is another one that's slightly sportier but still road legal. Good?
I like this one.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, it's like moves a lot.
Yeah, it's like really light.
Yeah, it's super fun.
Yeah, it goes bah! Synchronized wheelies. Yeah, so it's not actually the sportiest in the range. There is a sportier one called the Power Pup, which has a much larger patch of slick, I would say. And I'm pretty sure it's what the Super Duke 1290 RR comes with as standard as an OEM tyre, or what it came with, now that we're on to the 3090 goodness. Wow, look at this road coming up! Get in! Oh, Jesus! The bumps are feral. You know what, I'm always so mega grateful to be invited to launches because they don't have to choose me. Lord knows why they do, but I'm not complaining. It's just such a nice counter to the miserable weather that I have to ride in most of the year. Don't get me wrong, spring and summer sometimes we can have some phenomenal days, like really beautifully sunny days, but it's not often. Oh, look at this scenery, how it just opens up. Wow. Oh, wow. It's almost like bloody Lancashire with all the wind farms. What the heck? But then you've got all the white roofs, which is definitely not Lancashire. That's hilarious. That's so cool. amazing, beautiful. That really threw me because it was like Spanish white roofs followed by up past bloody Riviera. Crazy. How did you find it? Good?
Sorry?
Did you find it good?
Yeah.
So good.
Perfect.
But the road, ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh. Crazy. Well guys, we've just got back off the road ride. Big Michelin man in the background. The sun is still shining. We're a bit late back, but the roads have been, well, sorry. The location where the roads have been has been amazing. The views have been beautiful. The road surfaces have been a bit garbage, but it's been great fun riding the Tuono 660. In the morning it was on the Power 6 and the roads were quite sedate. The roads was, you know, a lot of town and stuff like that. Whereas then when I got on the other Tuono 660, the less crazy coloured one, the roads were a bit more flowy, twisty, tight and fast. So I couldn't really accurately, you know, kind of compare them from that instance of riding because the riding that we did was so different. The main thing was that I had trust in them. So yeah, both perfectly great road tyres. I wouldn't complain having either, to be honest. Obviously it's nice having the super sticky stuff for when it's, you know, beautiful and perfect conditions, perfect road surfaces, which we didn't have here. But yeah, I think if I had the Power 6s or the Power GP2s on my bike, I wouldn't be mad. I'd be happy with the performance of them, given off how we've been riding today. Right guys, well that ends day one here. Day two is a little bit more busy, and yeah, we've got adventure bike riding and then I'm finishing I think on track tomorrow. So yeah, it's going to be a wild one. So if you're interested in that, then there will be a second video around the corner. Alright guys, thank you for watching, take care and I'll see you on the next one. Bye!